been all right. It's been all right. It's been busy. Like we get caterings and stuff. We're getting like a bunch of new people. Yeah, which is fine. It's just not fine in like the.
Get busier during like festival season, or it's the same?
It depends. There has to be something going on downtown, like where we're at, for it to be busy. Like something going on that has a bunch of people drawn to Poitras Street. But if they can bypass it, they're not there. But we get some people like when they had Beyonce down here. Some of those people were walking inside there covered in sequins. That was interesting.
Who is here?
Beyonce,
Beyonce?
when she had some type of concert at some point,
A few years ago?
I guess so. I mean, there wasn't that long ago with people walking in with sequins and stuff. I want to say that was last year.
I think it was 2 years ago.
Was it?
Just Taylor Swift was last year.
Well, then it went by fast. Because it's very vivid in my memory of this dude walking in. He's just like completely silvered out, covered in all this sequins. Are y'all going to see the Queen? No. You're not gonna go see the Queen? Thank you. You're not gonna go see the Queen? No. I'm looking at a bunch of queens as they walk in here. I don't need to go see no queen. A bunch of queens walking in here.
Pay that money either.
Exactly. This is for free. I get this for free. I'm sure you'll do a little dance number for me if I ask for it. Give me your best Beyonce impersonation and throw me a little concert. I'm sure I get the full on experience. Full on experience. Someone said Chiefs or Eagles. I don't watch sports. I don't watch sports. I don't watch sports. Thank you for liking it. Thank you. They're like little what are those things? They're like little party hats when they like it on there that pop up. Now they're hearts. I don't know what they were doing. I don't know.
I definitely pressed some hearts when I showed you the hearts. I don't know how to do anything else.
I don't know how they got the other stuff to pop up on there. Hello. Right? It makes you think of Wicked, right? Someone said you have wicked hair. Like that, the play, Wicked. How it's.
I know they made it into a movie. I have not seen it. So.
I'm not going to see it. No.
I might because on regular TV.
I can appreciate that they updated it in a way. They updated it. They put celebrities and stuff inside of it. But I like the playbill. That's the Wicked I know. That's the Wicked like what it came from. And people like the new versions of like how the songs are, and it's like that's not no.
I assume there's pluses and minuses. I've never seen the play. I've only read the book. I didn't like the book, so.
So I didn't like read. I had to read the play. Like my teacher, oh my teacher and she had us read the playbill.
Oh, did she?
So we read the play.
No, I read
so
the book. Well, you
so
can't read the book. The book is bad. Like you can't read the book in school. You get it's a lot of books like rape and stuff. Like you can't read the book in school.
oh my.
It is hard.
Yeah.
Like it's awful. I read it and I said nope, never doing this again.
Yeah.
And I know the play like sugarcoated it all and made it like happier.
Yeah.
Than what the book is. Like the book is like trauma, and the play I know is.
I mean, the play shows you some of the trauma. It lets you in on some of the stuff. At least you know where the stuff, like where it started, versus just thinking, oh, it's the Wonderful Wizard of Oz. It starts there. It doesn't start there. At least it gives you like the background of like how it started, how it came to be, how everyone got their names, and became to be the role that they are. But we had to read the play. My teacher was a hippie. She is a hippie. She's probably still a hippie. There's no doubting that. She had a whole milk crate full of shoes inside her classroom. I'm sure she is still a hippie. She would have like no socks on, and she just like switched her shoes out and just put different shoes on. And she had this really really cruddy bra that she would wear that wouldn't do anything. Like it was just like it would be right. It's just on, and she's got like these great nipples that are just like, oh my, you have a bra on. It's not doing nothing. You need another bra. This lady was a hippie though. She walked in. She's like, "We're gonna read Wicked today. Wicked the play." And she walked in with a stack of papers like this. I'm like, "What is that?" It's the playbill. Playbill of what? When she passed them around, everyone's packet was like this. It was like, "Oh my!" You went downstairs to the office. You made copies of this. Oh, you got good time. Good time. Because there's no way. There's no way. Yes, Brayden. You have good time to be doing, like, running off thousands. Usually the teachers only have a couple hundred. That's usually the stack of the day. This was a stack, like, per person. Just like, oh my goodness. And then, yeah, it didn't help that she had them, like, horizontal. Like, you're printing them out like that, too. They're printed out horizontal, and they're in like a small font, and we have to like fold them in half, and it makes like the play. You're doing too much. Doing too much as a teacher. You're doing too much. Too much. She took us to go see the play. I had I had saw the play before that though, without having to do all of that reading. So I'm just like, oh my. Usually, I'm used to them just give me the little playbill that they hand out when you go see the play. She comes out with this packet, and I'm like, oh my goodness, it's got all the pauses and breaks, and this person takes a breath. Oh my, no, you got us reading this. She had us do the same thing with Romeo and Juliet, though.
Yeah, we had to read them. Everybody has to read them.
But we didn't read the book. We read the play.
There is no book. Romeo and Juliet is a play.
But we didn't read like a paper book. She printed out the papers like how she did before, and it was just like a mess. It was a mess because they weren't in order. They weren't printed out well. So some of them were on different pages where you had to flip to the next page.
Maybe she just didn't have a budget to get books.
Oh, goodness, I don't know what she was doing. I don't know what she was doing. She was all over the place. Her classroom was always dark, dark. Versus my favorite English teacher. You go into her classroom, it's bright, it's inviting, there's colors everywhere. She's got guitars up on the wall because she teaches guitar. She's got, she sells candy and stuff to kids, and frozen candy in like her little mini fridge that she keeps behind her desk over there. Like, she was a fun teacher. She always held this really bright or purple or blue eyeshadow on. This is a white lady, so she looked kind of like a raccoon, but she had it on there. And then she'd always have like some kind of like extravagant type of scarf around her neck. It would either be blue, green, pink, yellow, something, something. And then some type of shades or glasses or whatever. She was one of those knick-knacky persons. She had something to match everything. Everything. But I got straight A's inside her class versus the other class that was just like, it was dark in there. It wasn't inviting. It literally smelled like textbooks. I'm like, how come you can go downstairs to her classroom? And this was like my homeroom teacher. Like, this is where I did my not homeroom. She was the, like, when you start off the day and you have like she wasn't like the homeroom though. She was like the class you would just start off in for like roll or something, and then we would go to homeroom. But before I even had her as a teacher, it was just like Her classroom is way more inviting, and then you get upstairs to Miss Mankey's classroom, and it was just like nobody wanted to be here. Nobody wanted to be in there. Her fourth grade class was so bad they pulled the phone off the wall. Like when I walked in, her fourth grade class had like those old fashioned phones that they have for the classrooms up on the wall. They had pulled that off. There was a hole in the wall. The phone was in like that cardboard recycle bin. Like what were y'all doing? She said I wrote the whole class out with referrals. Oh my! What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing?
She said no more.
Yeah, she's like the only ones that didn't get referrals were the Asian kids. Well, I could got. Of course not. Of course not. They're over there being nice, and they're frightened because you're being wild. Like the whole class. When I walked in, the class was empty, and there was like 5 kids in the corner where they're just like they're doing their work, and everyone else gone. Where's your class? They got referrals. Oh, all of them? My, my. I've never gotten a referral before. That office was full down there then. I know you called security to come get them.
That mean that you trying to take them all out the class?
They were being bad. They were doing something to getting a referral. They all had to leave. Man, I'm like, well, I didn't see any of the kids. That's how good she got them out of there because I didn't see none of them. The class was empty. She was like, I sent my whole class out with referrals. Oh my! Happy I wasn't in that class. Oh my! 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 And then they had this one kid that was in there that was named Lamont. Oh my, terrible. We had those heaters that were like along the wall where the windows and stuff are at, and these really long Venetian blinds that have the cords that go all the way down to the floor. This kid gets up there and he's on like a ledge that's like this high off the ground. He stands up there and why does he wrap one of these things around his neck in this class? One of these Venetian blind cords. I don't know what he's doing. He put that around his neck. The teacher doesn't try to stop him. She just stands there. She just stands there. She just stands there. He jumps off this little ledge thingy, and this cord is it's long. It touches the floor like it's all over the floor. That's how long the cord is for these Venetian blinds. So he didn't have it tight to do anything. It wasn't tight enough to do anything because when he jumped down, it ended up having slack inside of it where it pulled a little and then it released itself because there was just so much slack. And he was like, "Oh, Miss Mankey, that hurted." She's like, "I didn't think it was gonna feel good." She's just standing there. You got a kid wrapping some stuff around his neck, and he's jumping off of this thing. He done strangled himself on accident, trying to be stupid. She's just standing there. This happened while we were in class. That's enough to traumatize you. Like, what? What? Same kid got into an argument with the teacher. She had a cup. She always have a cup of coffee. Always. She went next door to the other teacher's classroom to go get something. Lamont comes over to the teacher, harks a big loogie into her cup, and goes and sits back down. While she comes back in and she goes and she
control over these children.
Lamont had to go. He was just troublesome, like terrible. Like one of those kids that just comes in like the middle of the semester and then doesn't finish the semester because he's that bad. Bad. Must have had to, but he didn't make it at my school. But he did that. She came in and she took a sip out of that cup. Yeah. And when class was over, like my desk is right there, like not too far away from her.
This one's not looking. Or do you like honeydew?
That's a honeydew.
It's similar.
And she was like, her desk was sitting like right there by mine. So when class was over, I went and I told her, I'm like, after he had left out, I'm like, Lamont spit inside your cup, your coffee mug. He spit in your coffee. So she went out at lunch and she found him. She's like, she didn't get him in trouble or be mad or anything like that. She's just like, thank you for spitting inside my coffee mug. You're a weird teacher. That is a weird teacher. She was weird.
She sounds interesting.
Well, she was a hippie. I mean, like, hippie.
I had a supervisor that was hippie. He wasn't a chill hippie. He pretended to be a chill hippie. That man was mean.
She's chill. She was more chill than anything. She took us on a field trip to the SS Jeremiah O'Brien, where they filmed the engine room scene of Titanic in San Francisco. On that ship, the SS Jeremiah O'Brien, where they had filmed that segment of the movie. And she was drunk as a skunk off wine. Like, we're on this boat, and she's just like, all right, class. Oh, my. You need to sit down. No. No. Because then she ended up going back for like what's it called? Like a cruise they had, like around the bay. And she went on there. They let you sleep on there because they had cots and stuff. But she was just like drunk as a skunk. As a skunk. His account. I'm on my dad's phone. But your eyelashes look real cute, and so is your hair. Thank you. Please subscribe. Yeah, I thought that was weird. She was a questionable teacher. Like, she was fun. She didn't. She didn't have good penmanship. Like when it comes to, she had a blackboard in her her classroom, and everyone else had got their blackboards covered up, and they got dry erase boards inside there. She's the only one. Oh, I like to keep the old fashioned ways. Can't nobody read this on this green board. I can't read this. And when it comes to her making like writing stuff out, she doesn't use capital G's. She just makes a lowercase g big. Yeah. So like we're reading her stuff and it's just like, but you're an English teacher. Somebody gave you the pass. I want a pass to take breaks. So crap. Like that's how you would read stuff on the board. I'm just like, you're an English teacher. That does not. That's not. No. That's you're an English teacher. But you write stuff like this. You're an English teacher. No. No. She was the only teacher who did that. And, like, for the longest, all she would teach was history. And then one semester, she decided to teach English. She was a terrible English teacher. And then you had that to fall back on. Like, you're not even using correct, like, pronunciation. Like, what are these letters? What are these lowercase letters at the beginning of the sentence? Like, you're not cut out. So you need to just go back to history.
Yeah.
Go back to history because it's more fun. It's more fun when you teach history. You're not good at English. She barely speaks it well, so she's not good at teaching it. She was interesting. I had a teacher named Mr. Fantasy. No, this is from like middle school.
I remember middle school.
Because their names were so weird. Like the principal's name, Panagatakis. What? Miss Higuchi. Higuchi. So we would joke and we'd like, so what does she call her daughters? They're mini Gucci's. Miss Higuchi brings her mini Gucci's to class. She has to drop them off at school, her mini Gucci's. Oh, those. Oh, I'm dropping stuff now. Dropping stuff that bad.
Watermelon season. I am not ready.
Oh, you better get ready. You know, this is the you gotta start coming up with your watermelon puns. You gotta get your watermelon puns.
I had to get my arm muscle like that.
That too.
You know how peaceful it is? Like, we don't get complaints. Life is peaceful with all this other produce and fruits.
Like, y'all have watermelons. Red ones. Yellow ones. Mm-mm. Ashley, can you, Ashley, can you send me 7 on Venmo?